Hey, thanks for visiting us this morning at ArklateXHomepage.com. I'm Josh Marces with your Friday morning forecast update starting out in the 60s. Once again, 68 in both Shreveport and Texarkana. We do have mostly clear skies this morning. The expectation is we'll turn partly cloudy this afternoon. South wind starting to ramp up ahead of our next upper level disturbance here. We'll pull some of that Gulf air into the region. And as far as rain chances today, really don't expect any, although Futurecast is showing a few returns popping up a little bit later today. You can see all of us in the low to mid 60s this morning. And as far as any fog setting up, not seeing too much, but numbers have dropped in center, also in DeQueen this morning, an indication that we perhaps have some patchy fog in those locations. And another warm day, again, enough sunshine to warm us into the mid 80s in most locations. Probably make a run at about 87 in Shreveport, 86 in Texarkana, so maybe a degree or two cooler than what we saw yesterday. Pretty easy to see. Next upper level storm system making its way across the country here. Again, the ridge of high pressure that's kept us dry this week, scooting off to the east, opening the door for that to make its way in. So the latest Storm Prediction Center Outlook still has the enhanced risk, and it's actually pushed it further to the east. So the enhanced risk now includes basically all of Oklahoma, Arkansas, East Texas, and Caddo, Bossier, parts of DeSoto Parish in Louisiana. And again, there will be future updates added here, so it is possible that that outlook could change either to another category. We could see that enhanced risk kind of moved around the map here. So all threats will be on the table, including high wind will be our main threat. Also could see some localized flooding, some large hail, and the potential here that we do see a few tornadoes as well. Futurecast is continuing to bump up the timing for today. You see it does show a few scattered showers out there. If we do see rain, it's not going to be much. I'm not too concerned about any rain Saturday morning either, but here comes that line of thunderstorms. It does show it arriving by noon. Now, some of the other forecast models are pushing it a little bit later, but either way, we need to be on high alert once we get to that noon hour for that line of thunderstorms to make its way in. It will be feeding off a lot of warm air that we do have in place as well, and you can see arriving in Texarkana perhaps mid-afternoon, Shreveport late afternoon, early evening. Kind of stalls out a little bit according to Futurecast here with the storms finally pushing out early Sunday morning. So that will be the end of our severe weather threat. May have some lingering rain early Sunday, but I think we'll have a pretty nice day play out for us on Sunday. If you do have some outdoor plans, should be just fine. Futurecast also pushed the rain totals further to the north here. So we do have some 1 to 2 inch amounts along and north of I-30 with less than 1 inch amounts further to the south here. It's pushed that bullseye, the red area there on top of the map, further to the north here, which is good news for us, bad news for those folks. But the last thing we need, of course, right now is any heavy rain. So again, for Sunday, should begin to see that sun poke out late in the day, should be in the mid-80s. Monday, just slight rain chances. Next chance of severe weather, possibly northern Arklatex, looking at maybe Tuesday or early Wednesday, as we do have our next system making its way through here. That will be a setup that we'll be watching for you next week, and we should begin to see some dry conditions take over. It looks like an extended run of perhaps dry weather on the way after Wednesday with high temperatures in the 90s.